After the breed was established, other natural abilities were discovered, and the range of the Marchador's usefulness was greatly extended. Physically, the horse was no longer limited to the farms of Minas Gerais. It went as far as the imperial court, where, through its eclectic usage, the breed consolidated its popularity and has impressed generations for over 150 years. Its strength and endurance are confirmed when observing its adaptability to any terrain or climate. Let's look at the question of feeding. The Mangalarga Marchador is not a demanding feeder, surviving well on a regime of either partial stabling or open field. For the owner, this means low cost without the usual problems caused by diversity of pasture. As a bonus, the Marchador is quite resistant to disease and parasites. There are places where the land is poor, full of rocks and ticks and sneaky holes that can easily fell a careless horse and his rider. No matter how hard the riding, the Marchador is at home on any terrain. In marchando, they covered this great land that is Brazil in a wide sweep of 14,000 kilometers. A world record written and witnessed in that Guinness Book. 6 Marchadores, 6 valiant horses that represented the breed. Pegaboi, Extrato, Pensamento, Gibraltar, El Cid, and Itajubá. They were the ones. But if I start talking about horses that have traveled this Brazil and more, I'll be here all day. So many different trails, some of them downright ornery. But for the Mangalarga Marchador, there's no bad weather. This horse grazes in any pasture, unbothered by the common ticks of the field. Irrespective of changes in the terrain, it strides across any type of land in clear-footed stride. Its eyes look forward attentively, watching for possible obstacles on its course. Its body, light and strong, spans the miles so gently that its rider barely feels the weight of the miles left behind. The Marcha is as smooth as cream on a spoon. If I hadn't dreamed of this horse and seen it with my own eyes, surely I wouldn't have believed it. There are things difficult to explain for those who don't work with the Mangalarga Marchador, or for those who have never mounted a horse. Sometimes when you're rounding up the cattle, a snaky steer will bolt from the herd and head for the brush. Now, to outmaneuver this wild-eyed creature requires much coordination of man and his mount. Sudden gallops as the creature bolts, sudden starts and halts while getting this stray under control take natural talent and a real thrill for action. A nervy tenderfoot can't take this wild pace. Now, no steer will ever choose the easy path, and where it goes, the horse must follow. You've got to have a good grip with your legs and a good horse to do the job. The training of the Mangalarga Marchador is extremely easy thanks to its gentle temperament and intelligence. Training the animal is preparing it for good performance with the rider. What is done today to prepare for performance in the ring will be part of tomorrow's efficiency in daily work or in other competitions. After receiving its basic training, the Mangalarga Marchador should demonstrate calmness with direct and forward positioning and attention to all aids. That is, complete submission to the commands of the rider. Once saddled and mounted, horse and rider form one body. The attention of the man is no more than that of the Mangalarga Marchador. The commands signaled by the legs are responded to immediately, as if obeying those signals were natural instincts. After training in the rudiments of discipline, the Mangalarga Marchador is trained for specific skills such as pacing competitions, endurance contests, cattle herding, functional performance evaluations. The functional performance evaluations realized at shows, competitions, and fairs help to approximate the general public with the daily routine of the horse. At this time, breeders and trainers get together to exchange information and sociability, and no less importantly, to find a commercial outlet for their stable. Showing the horses with the riders fancied up for the occasion helps to catch the attention of the crowd and emphasizes the pleasure that can be received from these noble animals. A horse that shows well and receives a good classification at competitions will evidently acquire a better market price. At auctions, examples of the top of the Mangalarga Marchador breed can reach very high prices, however. Many of them are retained for stud, dedicated exclusively for their transmitting abilities and the genetic improvement of the breed. Good saddle horses of the Mangalarga Marchador breed are commercialized on a regular basis without the pomp of the great auctions, and their cost runs on the average of that of a regular motorcycle. I've seen a passel of folks trying to open up gates when they are riding. But there's no secret. Just slow down and the horse will sidle in place. Now, a sneaky horse with a green rider likes to make things difficult. Tries to squeeze a leg if it can. Well, a good thing about this Mangalarga Marchador is that it's patient with folk that don't know much about riding a horse. Beginners learn fast. Without dismounting, the rider bends over, opens the linchpin, and pushes the gate. The horse takes the opening and is quickly on its way. These are things you do every day. After a while, you don't even notice. Things come so naturally. Going up the rough country in hot sun, tiptoeing over plank bridges, slushing through a stretch of swamp, the sure-footed animal fording its way across the riverbed or galloping over the fields. Oh, man, he's way across the world. Truth of it is, with my Mangalarga, it's a world without fences. The rough and tough daily routine of the Mangalarga Marchador, together with its basic ability to handle obstacles, makes it a natural of endurance competitions. Because of its easy gait, which gives the rider a smooth and restful accommodation, they are increasingly sought out for long-distance rides. In truth, for the horse itself, there is not much difference between its daily routine and the meticulous details of sports, where time and regularity must be considered. It is as if all is only work, or better yet, all only sport performed for the pure love of nature and the harmonious combination of the rider with his horse. It may seem childish, but sometimes you just have to ride bareback. There you are, walking past the field, and some mares are having a little parlez-vous at the fence. Just right. In a flash, zip goes the rope round the unsuspecting neck, and you are off. A glorious ride in the wind. That's all you do. Just a gentle hand on the neck, and you can mount. The Mangalarga Marchador is gentleness itself. No saddle, no reins, just a sweet little mare obeying your desire to fly. To be a Mangalarga Marchador, a horse needs the strength to travel far without undue fatigue. It must ride smoothly so that its rider will not be exhausted or roughened up from his time on horseback. It must fearlessly touch down on any type of terrain and be ever alert for obstacles on the course, learning easily what it is taught. A horse like this has to be born Mangalarga. Marchador by nature, Brazilian, and, by the grace of God, without frontiers on an open road.